Penguinopolis hasn't been back to Antarctica in quite a while.
Why is it so important that we go back now?
Good question. You see, long-haired dude, our wise and gracious she-king of penguins wants to re-inspire the spirit that brought together penguin and humankinds to form the Penguin Union in these uncertain times.
It'll be some show of mobility, but I wonder about the reaction of the rest of the world. Penguinopolis is every bit a giant weapon as it is a capital. I mean, is this a good move?
The she-king's ways can be beyond us, Glasses Guy. She answers to a higher power, as do I.
I didn't know you were so devout.
Oh, I am indeed devout, Glasses Guy. But not to a speculative faith, but to the very real power that flows through the universe. Kind of like the Force, except I won't be sued for mentioning it.
Cowabunga!
Precisely, long-haired dude. You are an astute summarizer. Remind me to put you up for a promotion. But I must go now. Anime fandom needs me. Fare thee well, bridge peons!
Can you cut that fake voice out already?
Fuck you, man. Make me.
You were no better before. I sent a letter before. I sent a dream to you last night from the end of the world.
Hiya! I'm Mike, aka Penguin Truth, and welcome to a brand new year of Otaku Evolution. With all the political turmoil going on in the world, it's important to have a place to just sit back and watch an angry recluse shake his fist at Japanese cartoons. And that is a need I am willing to, nay, was born to, fulfill for you. Naturally, I wouldn't mind being paid for such an occupation, so perhaps a few bucks on my Patreon would be in order, At least share the video, I could use the hits. Introduction aside, it's time to dive into the first review of Season 4, the 1984 OVA feature Birth, also once known as Planet Busters or The World of the Talisman. It's a bizarre journey into pointlessness, and yet somehow has some endearing elements to it. One of the interesting aspects of this feature is that it involves animation by Hideaki Anno of Evangelion fame, and music by Joe Hishaishi, who is basically responsible for the soundtrack to Hayao Miyazaki's career. And yet I can't really find any information on who actually wrote the damn thing. Probably because it seems like more of an experiment in animation than a fleshed out movie. The bulk of the action of the feature takes place on the mostly barren planet of Aqualoid, whose charming scarcity reveals a paradise to artists not looking to actually draw different backgrounds. It's like a planet Akira Toriyama would come up with. On it live our main characters, Nam and Rasa, who, we don't really find out anything about them, aside from their ability to thumb their noses at death. For a while, anyway. As for Aqualoid, the movie begins with an extended sequence establishing that, yes, this planet is indeed very odd. Rasa races around on her floating platform thingy called a Pony 7, when suddenly what looks like the Eye of Vogler's prototype comes out of nowhere and she wipes out. Then she gets crushed to death. The end! Okay, she survives. For now. But in the depths of space, some kind of sort of light is hurtling through the inky void, pursued by this guy named Bao and his partner Kim. They're looking to obtain the thing for sale, but they can't seem to catch up with it in their junk heap of a spaceship. Bao resolves to use the warp drive, but...
Kim? We're friends, is that right?
Yes.
We've known each other a long time, right?
Yes.
Don't tell anyone about this, okay?
Okay.
The sword, called the Shade, decides to make a landing on Aqualoid, attracting the attention of Nam. When he arrives at its position, a strange ghostly woman appears to him. She zips around him and introduces herself as Arlia. Wait, Arlia? Arlia?! Ooh, that doesn't bode well for the planet Aqualoid. Nor does the presence of the robot menace called Inorganics, who, well, they pretty much just putter around harassing and attacking people with no clear purpose throughout most of this. Rasa is an especially tempting target for them, apparently. There's even a MGTOW robot among them.
Hey lady, let's do the town. We'll hit the disco and the karaoke. I'll buy you a soybean milk cake. Hey, look this way. Don't be such a snob, you ugly bitch.
Ooh. Boy, the trash these kids talk nowadays.
That bitch ignored me. Me, a handsome hunk of a guy full of dreams, hopes, and love. Come back, lady. We can start a new love in the season of sprouting leaves. Hey, guys, wait for me. I'm not a little kid. I'm serious news. Hey, wait for me.
Hey, let's break the sound barrier.
No one pays attention to me. I'm alone. I'm all alone.
All by myself. Don't wanna be all by myself anymore.
And this was from the 80s. Wow! They predicted a whole movement of entitled douchebags who hate women for not screwing them. I think I'm going to call the little robot Douche V. A little special nod to you YouTube denizens.
The blue sky. The blue sky. I hate the blue sky, you jerks!
Who are you calling a jerk?
Sorry.
Idiot!
Sorry.
Stupid!
Sorry.
Moron!
And now for something completely different.
This one really well-armed inorganic has a hate-on for Nam, and he only escapes when he's able to reunite with Rasa. But trying to use a two-handed sword while keeping balance on a high-speed vehicle in mid-air is not the easiest feat, so of course he tumbles, but he starts cleaning house with the Shade.
In the sound of Gian Vihara's bell, I hear the impermanence of all material existences of this world. All living things die, and the people you meet leave you.
Message!
Nam and Rasa eventually meet up with Bao and Kim, who apparently know them somehow, but it's not made clear. Are they also from Aqualoid? What's their relationship? Bao seems to have a thing for Rasa, and Rasa has a thing for Nam. Maybe. And is jealous that Nam thinks the ghost lady Arlia is pretty. Whatever. Not important to the story. It should be. We should know who these people are, but the writers clearly don't know themselves or care. Arlia makes everything go trippy and explains that when the universe, which is still very young by her reckoning, is full of organic life, life will evolve into the next stage of being. However, the inorganics are a threat to all life in the universe. The Shade is some kind of cosmic uber blade that contains the consciousnesses of various life forms, making it a powerful weapon against the inorganics. Then, bamf! The exposition stops and Arlia is nowhere to be seen or heard. As you might imagine, for no apparent reason. Oy, if some of these visuals weren't so creative, this would be torture to sit through. Yeah, let's just jam exposition in with no real rhyme or reason. Thanks a lot, Arlia, you've given them the information, but what do you want them to do with it? Are they supposed to kill all the organics in the universe with the sword, or what? The explanation is like some kind of cheap childhood's end bullshit about the consciousnesses of organic life combining to evolve in the sword, and the feature wants to lay all this on these characters we know nothing about, and yes, will not know anything about by the end. Just an excuse to show some space backgrounds. Then we have these random scenes with these two old codgers that, I guess maybe they're related to Nam somehow because they talk about him as if they know him, but it's never clear who they are or why we should care. They have nothing that adds to the plot or world building except making me wonder just how many people actually live on Aqualoid, which seems to be about 4 or 5. But hey, look at this weird inorganic who cries out the names of foods as he attacks. And he's defeated by Rasa's pet blob thing and its family? And there's a tearful reunion and... What? I suppose it's too late to ask this movie to have a modicum of sense, right? It's clearly experimental. But it seems like an experiment to try my patience. Nam, Rasa, Bao, and Kim decide to hide from the inorganics in the underground remains of some previous civilization's city. While Nam and Rasa just chill, Bao and Kim keep busy by looking for a secret unused superweapon stashed in a base that they could sell for a high price. They dare not use it, however, because it's powerful enough to destroy an entire planet in one shot. However, surprise, surprise, the inorganics have tunneled into the underground to ruin their day, and we get yet another in a string of chase scenes. This movie is becoming like Gundam F91. Nam stumbles onto the military base, hoping to find something to use against the big bots, and coincidentally happens upon the BFG in question. Naturally, the ominousness of where it was found means nothing to a rock-stupid guy like Nam, and he tries to find a good opening to use it against the inorganics. Fortunately, Bao is able to stop him. Yes, Nam, give it to him so I can make this joke.
Bao has a laser cannon.
Eventually, the group gets chased topside again, and it's clear that the inorganics are not messing around anymore. They call down the friggin' Big Daddy Star or something. Just look at this thing. The big robots make their way back to base, with Douche V desperate to escape with them, but ignored again. And all the hubbub over the giant fortress, the little squirt gets his hand on the superweapon, and, predictably...
Destroy this whole stupid world!
Wait, calm down. Why don't we go out for some soybean milk and talk about it?
Ha! Now you want to talk to me, but you wouldn't even look at me before. Why, I hate Everything is disappearing.
Oh, wow. So, everybody dies. The end. I guess. Kind of a shaggy dog story, huh? Well, Aqualoid does get obliterated, and the shade shoots off through space again, having absorbed Nam, Rasa, Bao, and Kim into it, because... I guess that is what Arlia said it does. And then we see that the universe exists in one of Arlia's eyes, and there's another Arlia-like being, and they're having a chat we can't hear, and bubbles? What? Whatever, it's over. See what I mean? The movie has some interesting visuals despite its scarce settings, with some dynamic animation techniques from time to time. It didn't feel like a slew because there was always something to react to. But boy, oh boy, was this the very textbook definition of the term style over substance. The essence of completely meaningless and disposable entertainment in anime form. I can't imagine it being anything but a curious trifle, and can't imagine why anyone bothered licensing it beyond that. Anyway, that wraps things up for now. Join me next time when I look at a 4-part OVA that I first saw on the old Sci-Fi Channel Saturday anime block. Feel the power that it's got. Until then, see ya! Now everyone remember where we parked.